Hello and welcome to another
edition of Cooking in the Kitchen.
That's not gonna work. Hello everybody, welcome back to our second episode of Cooking with Simon
and Julie.
That's right people, today we are making you one classy meal and it's called mac and cheese. That's right, but we're gonna spice it up. And although we haven't come up with the right name yet, we'll make one by the end of this episode. Come check it out.
These are the ingredients that you need to make our classic mac and cheese. We have over here the macaroni.
Whoa.
What?
Put the camera on me for a second. This is not classic mac and cheese, Mom. We're getting and spicing it up a little bit. We're adding a little Italian flavor, alright? So, Mom, it's not classic mac and cheese. We haven't come up with a name yet.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, Simon.
Alright, continue.
Over here we have... Oh, shoot. We have elbow macaroni, some tomatoes, a good 12, 14 ounces of cheese, different blends, breadcrumbs, butter, milk, and prosciutto.
Prosciutto, people! We're spicing it up with prosciutto! We're making this classy.
First thing you need to do is boil the macaroni. Pouring it into, oh, excuse me, just a minute. Best thing to do is put in a splash of olive oil.
Into your hot boiling water.
Into your hot boiling water, yes, thank you. Tablespoon of salt. And that helps the macaroni not stick together. And then bring the water to the boil, which is boiling, and pour in your macaroni. Give it a quick stir so it doesn't stick to the bottom. And you wait for it to cook. In the meantime, we can cut up the prosciutto. And you can cut this any way you want, but we want nice slices so that you can at least get the flavour of the chunks of the prosciutto in the macaroni and cheese. Now that we've chopped up the prosciutto, just put it in a bowl, ready to go into the mac and cheese when it's all assembled. Flake it up a little bit, you don't want it all lumped together. In the meantime, while we're waiting for the macaroni to boil and cook, we can start the cheese sauce, which is what we put the macaroni into once we've cooked the macaroni. You melt, no, first of all, you boil the milk. Well, you actually don't boil it, you just bring it to...
Mom, I feel like you're making our listeners a little confused.
Oh, I know.
With these orders that you keep changing.
You put the milk on to boil, but you just want to warm it through, you don't want to boil it. While the milk is coming to a boil, you put in your 6 tablespoons of butter to melt. Because basically we're making a white sauce with cheese. And you warm up the butter and so that once that is melted, you add the flour and the seasonings. Now we're going to add the flour, half a cup of flour.
To what, Mom?
To the butter.
Alright.
And we stir it around and cook the flour in the butter. There's the roux that we're making with the flour and the butter.
A roux? What's that? What's a roux, Mom?
A roux is a paste that you make with flour and butter, and you add milk. And
Could it be considered a ruse?
No, it's not. It's spelled R-O-U-X, roux.
Wow, that's a great Scrabble word if I've ever heard one.
I hope I'm right on that. Now that the flour has been cooked a little bit in the butter, we're going to pour in our heated milk. The best thing to do with this is not to add all the milk all at once. It helps eliminate the lumps in the sauce. You don't want to add all the milk at once because you'll end up with lumpy sauce. But if you do it bit by bit, you can blend it in and have a nice smooth white sauce. Okay, the sauce is now cooking and thickening up as we speak. Add in a little pepper, a little salt. Okay. And now you drain the noodles. Okay, this is coming to a boil, and that's when we add the good stuff. The cheese and the prosciutto. Oh, and the macaroni, of course.
Oh yeah.
And we also have a little secret ingredient, something I learned from my favorite cook on TV, the Barefoot Contessa, and that is nutmeg.
Ooh.
Yeah. The best way is to actually grind it off of the nutmeg itself, but I don't have one. But I do have ground nutmeg, so I'm just going to sprinkle in half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg.
Tell me about what that does for the mac and cheese.
It just gives it that little extra bite of flavour that you think, I wonder what that is. It really tastes good, but I'm not sure what it is. Unless, of course, you're a cooking expert, and then you know right off the bat. So our sauce is really coming together very nicely. Nice and smooth, which is what we want. Now for the good stuff side. A blend of different cheeses. Now, I tend to use whatever cheese I've got left over in the fridge that I haven't used for a while. Cheddar cheese, a little bit of blue cheese sometimes, maybe some Fontina. Gruyere is a good cheese to add, but this is a combination of light cheddar cheese, some Parmesan shaved cheese, and some cheddar cheese. And you put that in there and let it melt and get all nice and gooey. You want to see, Si? Gooey.
Bring it over here, Ma. Gooey.
Gooey cheese. And you just blend that in and let it just melt deliciously into the sauce. And then the next step, Simon, is to stir in our drained mac and cheese. Our macaroni. Now, we're over here, we've stirred in the macaroni into the sauce, and it's going to be thick and tasty and delicious. Now that the macaroni is mixed in well with the cheese sauce, we add our prosciutto. And you want to flake it in there so it doesn't all clump together. I'm just going to give it a quick spray so that it won't stick to the bottom. Makes for easy cleaning up. And here we go, Si. Into the big baking pan.
Oh, if your arm wasn't right in the way, it'd be the perfect shot.
There, how's that?
That is beautiful. Nice, warm, gooey macaroni and cheese.
Now the thing with tomatoes is you can get big ones, small ones, medium ones, whatever you've got, whatever you fancy. These are Campari tomatoes, which are really juicy and sweet. And you line them around the side of the dish just to make it look pretty.
Just like you, Mom.
Oh, sorry. Now we just line the edge of the mac and cheese with sliced tomatoes. Not only does it look pretty, but they taste good as well. Okay, for the topping is just melted butter with breadcrumbs. Melted a tablespoon and a half of butter in with a cup and a half, but of course Simon likes more breadcrumbs than butter, so it's 2 cups of.
What are you trying to say, Mom?
Well, you always like more, Simon.
I'm a big texture guy, Mom. I like the texture. And there's a lot of crunch in that texture.
Yes, you do like crunchy topping, that's for sure. And mix the butter in well with the breadcrumbs. You can use white breadcrumbs or brown. In this case, this is whole wheat bread. And if you really wanted to jazz it up a bit, you could add some more cheese to it. But There's a lot of cheese in this mac and cheese. And then you just sprinkle it on the top. Just like that. Now that you've spread the breadcrumbs on the top, you put it into an oven of 375 degrees, middle of the oven, for 35 to 40 minutes until the sauce is all hot and bubbly. And we will see it when it comes out in half an hour.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, after about 30 minutes of waiting, we have perfectly timed this moment so that you can see this golden, crispy top and this mac and cheese stuffed with prosciutto ready to be eaten. Let's see how this goes, Mom. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, wait till you see this. This is made from the heavens right here. Alright, my mom is bringing it down. This is how we do in the Julie and Simon cooking show. Look at this, people. You cannot tell me that does not look amazing. Alright, we're taking it to that next level. And that's what we do here on the Simon and Julie cooking show. Alright, that's what I'm talking about.
And Simon, I'm sure you want the first taste.
Okay, but I'm not going to eat it when it's still bubbling, alright? It's going to burn the hell out of my mouth. We're going to let this cool for a few minutes, and we're going to prepare the meal so that you can watch us eat it with such a glorious smile that only the heavens could produce it.
Oh, please.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we waited as long as I could stand it with all these smells filling up the kitchen. And we are serving the first bowl. And I am going to taste this in front of your very eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Mac and cheese.
Careful, Si, it's hot.
That is a delicious mac and cheese. There's one last thing, ladies and gentlemen. I brought on a special guest. His name is Arturo Alvarez, and he is going to try this delicious, classy macaroni and cheese.
Right there. You see it, Julie? Can you see that?
Yes, Art.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Wow.
Wow.
Be careful, it's hot.
Bon appetit.
Indeed. Wow.
I think we have a winner, folks. Now, if you want to be one of our guests, you just let us know.
That is really good.
The man appreciates it. We'll catch you next time on the Simon
And Julie.
Cooking Show.